Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm Vikova, you can call me V, and today I'm returning to Outer Wilds, but I'm feeling like, we've sort of discovered a lot of things that are kind of pointing me towards it's time to go back to Dark Bramble, but I don't want to do it. Uh, so we'll see how much longer I can put that off. Hello, and welcome to Owlquill, to Cloudcatcher, to Teferax, to Quirrell, to Zan, to Calmly Enveloped, to Rowan, hello! It's lovely to have you all here today. I'm excited to get going today. Having unfortunately had to miss the stream on Wednesday, I am feeling like it's been too long. I'm very excited to be back. Hello, Bacon, welcome! Yes. So... let's resume our expedition. I'm just gonna I know we don't have a lot of time before we do anything at the moment, but I'm just gonna have a little marshmallow break before we go rushing off. I need the marshmallow break so we can just have a little catch up. Oh, I hope you and Yuri have fun. Wake up. Let's eat some marshmallows. So, the situation is, we know that the anglerfish are blind. That was the secret about the anglerfish on Ember Twin. However, I don't feel that this has really done anything to relieve my level of fear. So I still don't want to go. We've also, I think, done all we can with the Quantum Moon at the moment. Until we perhaps until we have a little bit more information. Quirrell says you actually have all the time there is. You could spend an entire cycle eating marshmallows. Let's just spend an entire cycle eating marshmallows. So the main things I think I want to accomplish today, I want to go to Hollow's Lantern, the lava moon of Brittle Hollow. We haven't been there. I would love to discover the secret of how to get to the sun station, but we just don't have that information yet. And we do need to... I don't even want to say this out loud. We know that there is a crack on the surface of the interloper, which might enable us to get inside the interloper. It's just that the interloper is horrible to navigate and is certainly an anglerfish, and I don't want to do it. But we could try and do it. I would love a scariness check for going into the interloper and a scariness check for the lava moon. I'm gonna go to lava moon first. I just want to mentally prepare myself. It may be that we end up having to go to Dark Bramble today. We'll see. I am ready to be eaten. I am ready to be eaten. I'm not that ready, you know? I'm sure there's things we can do even though we're just eating a bunch of marshmallows. Let me just have a look at our log. Okay, and let's not forget... Oh, of course! We can sink below the waves on Giant Steep. That is another terrifying thing that I don't want to do. We need to find the tornado that is turning counterclockwise. Let me just have... No... View the entry. Yeah. Most rotate clockwise, but the cyclone that spins counterclockwise will push us below the current to the Dark Bramble evil jellyfish. And also, I'm afraid of deep water. Look, it will be a bad time. It's obviously going to be a bad time. Teferax says the interloper is moderately scary, but not actively malicious. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, that's kind of what I was expecting. Zan says, last time I looked, there was more physical surface on the lava moon near the end of the cycle. Oh, interesting. Do you feel like the lava kind of all disappears from it. It'll be worth looking at. Shadow Sand, hello, welcome. I've never played this game before. Like, this is my first playthrough. Obviously, I have played it for several weeks now, but this is my first playthrough. So we're doing no spoilers. And please don't give me advice unless I ask for it. Oh, you seem very close to Dark Bramble at the moment, Hollow's Lantern, but you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Anyway, welcome, Shadow Sand. This game plays into all of my many, many fears. And I'm a person of, I mean, I have an anxiety disorder. I have a lot of anxiety. You know what, Zan? I think you're right, because this seems to be less physical surface than there was, the last time I looked at it. Let's just float around it for a little while. I mean, we're probably gonna get hit by a lava ball, but we'll just do our best here. Alright. I could land on Brittle Hollow and wait until I can see a landable surface. That might be a good idea. Hang on. Okay. Let's hope we don't fall into the black hole while we're waiting. There's the Interloper, there's Dark Bramble, and Hollow's Lantern should come around. Let's have a nice quiet journey. Hello, Steen, welcome! Welcome back. Shadowsand says, to be fair, I think most people have at least one area in this game that triggers problems for them. I have not encountered an area in this game that has not triggered problems for me. Maybe Timberhearth? Timberhearth is the only place I haven't been really quite scared of. Also, the first planet I went to on my very first excursion was Dark Bramble. Huge mistake. It's a good time. Anyway, anyone who would like to keep up with where I'm at in the game, you can go to shiplog.space/Vicova, and there you will find my shiplog, courtesy of Tefrax's lovely mod. The Quantum Moon's hanging out at Giant's Deep. Yeah, it's not looking very land-onable at the moment, is it? Alright, hang on. We still don't have any idea how to get onto the sun station. There will be a trick. I don't know what the trick is. I mean, I would have loved if there was a way to teleport there from somewhere. Maybe there is. Maybe someone has access to a shuttle. Thank you, mods. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm glad I don't have to see it. Jabal says, I'm conversely yet to see anything in the game that I have a phobia of. I don't think this is because I lack major irrational fears. They just seem to have missed a lot of them from what I've seen. Oh, interesting. Quarrel says, Headmate Siburius got wicked acrophobia from Brittle Hollow. She also gets motion sickness anytime there's a spinny place. The Addle Rock is a bad one. The Addle Rock is very spinny. But the spoiler place V hasn't been was worse! But that's the sun station. That seems to move real quick. I mean, I think this is the truest horror game I've ever experienced. It's doing something very different from most horror games. Oh, look! The surface is appearing! Sam was right. Oh! Okay, back in my ship. Slowly, the surface is appearing. Alright, our moment's coming. Let's go have a little wander around. And, hello? and wait for that to appear. Tefrex says, woo, I got to ban my first Twitch promo bot. Thank you, well done. Zan says, I often find that video games don't trigger phobias for me because it's not real. Well, that's wonderful. I would say, obviously, it's not triggering the fears as powerfully as it would if it was real. But I'm immersed enough for it to be a real problem. Let's see. Hollow's Lantern, you got anywhere for me to land yet? You don't look like it. Little spots, but they're very, very small. Oh, look at that ring occurring. Wait, maybe that, maybe. Let's do it. This is probably not a mistake. I'm probably not about to just die in lava, right? Ooh. Significantly easier to get near to than the sun, for sure. That seems too small. That also seems too small. That seems okay. Oh. But I have nowhere to, like, walk. If I land here, I'm gonna do it. Oh. Not very much gravity here. It is very small. Woo! I think I'm landing in lava. Oh. Okay, let's try again. I feel like there's nothing really to see here, but... Oh, look at Brittle Hollow. Heck. Quantum Moon, hey, buddy! Okay. I just want to land. I just want to land. I'm curious how... So this is a planet... you know, a moon that is... There's something in there! Did everyone see that? There's something in there. There's something... There's something. I have to get... Okay, I'll wait for something to come out of it, and then I'll go in. No. That's too... I'm too in the way. I don't want to get hit. Oh, no. This is very exciting. This is too exciting. I'm not equipped. Okay, go. Go. Oh, no. I'm doing bad. I'm falling away. I'm losing control. Okay. Maybe in ship is not the best way to do this, but I want to be in my ship, though, because of the lava. Okay. I can do it. There's quite a lot of time. Oh my gosh, Brittle Hollow, you are scary! Ooh. Oh, that was okay. Oh, this... Oh. That's fine, right? Ooh. That's sort of a landing? Does this land on... Ooh, wow. Location! Unexpected stuff! Okay. Okay, knowledge. There's knowledge over there. The gravity is so low. Oh, we found a thing! Oh, this is great. Okay. Okay, that went. Ooh, knowledge. Okay. Increased solar activity detected. Increased volcanic activity detected. Location is now inhospitable. Evacuation recommended. This wasn't originally lava-ing. Okay. I need you. Yes, you. Hello? Timberhearth projection stone? What? Oh, I hate the projection stones. What? The Zero-G cave. Yeah, okay. That's on the Zero-G cave. I probably don't have very long to get all the info I need. Friends in the Timberhalf mines. The last type of ore you sent us survives the longest in direct heat. Longest in direct heat. Can you send us more of the same for additional testing? We're attempting to improve its durability, and our forge has already burned through everything you sent. We'll deliver more ore to Hollow's Lantern immediately. You must be fired up about crafting Ash Twin's project. Protective shell. My gratitude. I imagine we'll also have an updated estimate soon of how much ore is needed to seal off the Ash Twin project. Will it be more than we initially thought? It will be significantly more. The smallest crack or opening in the protective shell would destroy everything. Really? Yes, the idea of an encasement that's supernova-proof, however briefly, has kindled my curiosity. Ash Twin... So that little force field we see around Ash Twin is a supernova-proof shell? Did they complete it? That's really interesting. Hang on, I should probably try and get back, because there might be more to see here before the sun explodes. This is wild! I can't believe it. Cloudcatcher says, out of all the places I went to near the end of my discovery, Lantern was the most stressful. This is pretty stressful. Lack of gravity is a real problem. Alright. How am I gonna get out of here safely? Probably I'm not. We're gonna wait for it to go up. Alright, we're out. Let's see if there's anything anywhere else. Oh, Brittle Hollow, you are so scary. Anything in you? No. I think that might have been it. I think that might have been the discovery. I was always wondering about that little kind of force field you see around it. But it doesn't protect it from the supernova. Seemingly. Nope. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna meditate until the next loop. This is interesting. Rowan says, can you last until after the solar system is destroyed inside it? I've been on Ash Twin when the universe ended before, haven't I? Or maybe I haven't. I need to go back. I need to go back to Ash Twin immediately. Zan says, perhaps you need to activate the force field for it to work? I mean, I've seen the force field. It seems to be on. I probably just haven't actually been on Ash Twin. I probably go back to Ember Twin for a better view, you know? That sounds like something I would do. Immediate discoveries! Wild! Alright, I'm glad we went there. Coral says, you've been on Ash Twin once when the supernova went off. The big metal tree antenna things glowed. You can't activate anything with them. I've been all over Ash Twin. But the Ash Twins are the memory storage. I mean, maybe you do need to activate the force field. But I feel like where you activate that is not on Ash Twin. I've spent a lot of time running around there. Well, let's go there and see. Maybe I should sleep a while, so that we're closer to the end of everything. Let's have a little doze off. Alright. I don't know how long a day is in this. Is this seconds? It's like a 22-minute loop or something, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna... Crosses, I'm carefully not saying anything about the Ash Twin project. Oh my gosh. Ooh. 22 minutes. Alright, let's keep going. I'm gonna go stay on Ash Twin. I'm a bit afraid to see things if we do survive. If surviving the supernova sounds scary. It's like, beyond, you also scared of not surviving the supernova? Yes. Like I've said, this game is scary in every direction for me. The level of calm I am right now compared to when I started, I think is pretty impressive. But I'm still, like, way frightened. Teferax says these two things are not mutually exclusive. Ah, see? Yeah, exactly. Oh. Alright, okay. Calmly enveloped says calm. Yeah, I mean, calm for, like, a V. Like, no, probably not calm for, someone with a more normal amount of adrenaline in their body at all times. I'm gonna wake up now and let's go. Zan says, when you started, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have landed inside a volcano on a moon with no gravity. I would not have had the control of the ship to do that for sure. But yeah, I think you're right. I would have said, I don't want to do that. Like I was saying, I don't want to do that to basically everything everywhere. If this game wasn't so dang pretty, I would never have done any of this. It's such a beautiful, clever game that it makes me want to play in spite of how scary it is. I love it. Calmly says, I was making a joke because my name is Calmly Enveloped here. Oh, you're gonna offer hugs? Please do. Please offer hugs. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Where am I going? I think I'm gonna be sucked back into Timberhearth. Yep. Being sucked back into Timberhearth as we speak. There we go. I think we're out now. Probably. Twin. There we go. Don't put me in the sun. Come on, autopilot. Alright, after we die on Ash Twin, it will be... Look, you can see the field around it there. Oh, actually, looking at it properly, you can see that it does sort of align with the tips of the leaf-like towers. Interesting. Okay. There is something going on there, but maybe it isn't activated. Yeah, I don't know. What I am not going to do is get accidentally teleported to Dark Bramble. Although maybe that would be a good way to go to Dark Bramble. No, but I wouldn't have my ship. But maybe it wouldn't hear me if I didn't have my ship. Ugh. Alright. Here we are. Here's one of the towers. These towers have nothing to them, seemingly, other than the ability to go right up to the top. Maybe it's because I was standing at the top. Maybe I was outside the force field. Well, I think after this experiment, we will go to Giant's Deep and face one of my most, like, defined fears, which is going below deep water and not being able to see anything. Oh, thank you for the hugs, Calmly. Oh my gosh. Coral says, I know there was a list in the high energy lab. It's hard to get to. We could go back to the high energy lab. If I had to get to the high energy lab, switch something on, and then come here, that sounds like something the game would want me to do that would be really difficult. Well, we'll see. We're just gonna see for now because we can see the aura around us. We're just gonna wait and see whether we survive naturally. The answer is probably no. But I think it's worth checking. Xan says it's only the scary stuff left now. It really does feel that way. Remember the days when I could just wander the museum playing hide and seek with my best friend, Space Rock Friend? Those were the days. But those days are gone. Jabal says I'm still hoping for a posting to the low energy lab. They never got anything done there. I think I came too soon, really. But the reason I came so soon is that I thought it would take me, I have so many accidents and mishaps on my way to anywhere. I was too successful this time. Rowan says the low energy lab is very relatable, yes. Teferax says personally I love excitable Labradors. Quantum Moon! Quantum Moon! Help! Oh! The thing's getting kind of blurry because we're closer to the sun. Is that because it's so hot, or is that because the force field is doing stuffs? You know, there's sort of a glow around both Ember Twin and Timber Hearth as well. That's interesting that Timber Hearth has the glow. I guess everywhere sort of has a glow. It's just because of the sun then. So we are probably not in a force field right now. Which means supernova death is imminent. But I don't want to mess with my results by leaving. So I'm just going to stay here. Zan says isn't the glow just atmosphere? I mean, you can't normally see the atmosphere, really. I can really... Is that true? Maybe that's not true. Anyway. We're soon going to see whether we live. Coral says the sun is entering its jolly red giant face. I don't know how jolly it is. It looks unhappy. Teferax says nothing like a little sun worship to spice up our Friday. Ooh, oxygen! I don't want to die before the supernova. That will mess with my results. There we go. Alright, Giant's Deep. You're next. Let's just check that there's nothing here as the sand disappears. Nothing new is revealed. I mean, we stayed here a really long time previously. And I never saw, like, a hidden anything. So I'm not sure anything's coming up, but... True Anonymous? Hello and welcome. And Eclectic Media, thank you for the follow. Well, True Anonymous, I'm glad you've made it if you've been meaning to. I don't know how excellent it is. Like, for example, right now, I am just standing here waiting to die. That's the kind of high stakes you can expect. But I hope you have a good time. And I definitely recommend picking up this game. It's absolutely fantastic. You should know I have entered high spoiler territory. So if you don't want to be spoiled for this game, and I highly recommend going in without spoilers, you probably do not want to watch right now. Because we've uncovered an awful lot of information, so I just know a lot of stuff right now. But regardless, it's lovely to have you here. I came into this game knowing absolutely nothing about it. And that's the best possible experience. I really do recommend that. Ooh, it's getting real big. Okay, let's... What can we see? Nothing. Really nothing. True Anonymous, as many thanks. We'll probably see you around for another stream then. Hopefully. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know why I said hopefully so weirdly. Let's just sidestep that. I could really have just not drawn attention to that, and yet here we are. Pearl says, give it a bit. You only advance time 8 minutes. The campfire. True. Oh, you can really hear the sun now. Hate that. Hate that. Collective Media says just dropped in to follow for Sunday's live stream with the live reading. Yes! Oh, that's exciting! I'm really looking forward to it. You could be recovering from surgery? Oh, I hope it all goes well. See you then. Yes, I haven't mentioned that, but I'm doing... I'm kickstarting the sequel to my novel Books and Bone on, very soon, rather. Not on a particular day. Ugh! And I'll be doing live readings of it, like a live audiobook, Sundays for the foreseeable future. So if anyone here is like, oh, that sounds kind of cool, you are very welcome to come along. But also if you're like, no, I'm just here for Outer Wilds, that's fine too. Ooh. I hear crashing and sounds. I hope that's Joe. I hope I'm not being robbed. Just gonna hold in that genuine tiny fear. Oh, hi, Joe. Joe actually startled me. I knew it was you and I still startled. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, it was Joe. It was just my partner. Nobody panic. You can see the bottom? Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, that is new stuff. Hang on, that's new. That is new. I don't have my ship anymore. Let's go down. Whoop. What's this? Which tower is this? You're not Doc Bramble's tower, are you? Ugh, I don't like it in here. Alright. Well. No. This is, Giant Steep's tower. Nothing new discovered there. The sparkly ground is beautiful. Like, look at this. That looks sort of like in the Zero-G cave on Timberhearth, right? This will take me to the top. Joe came online to say sorry. Thanks, Joe. Oh. I have been wondering about returning to the Zero-G cave. I feel like there might be more to it. Didn't we just learn that there's some kind of there's more Nomai installation on Timberhearth than I realized previously? Because we used the projection stone. Let's go down. Ouch. Alright, we're watching this from very close. And we've been incinerated. Okay. There's some way to survive the supernova on Ash Twin. We don't know how yet. Zan says that explains why gravity is so weird around here. Oh, did it genuinely change in places? Surely that was because the sand was reducing, like the mass of the planet was reducing. Oh, interesting. It does feel very awkward to, like... It changed, you were watching it? Oh, excellent. That's great intel, thank you. I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna go to the Zero-G cave again. It really scares me. I don't care for it. But I think there is more going on Timberhearth than I have really engaged with. We know there is a dark bramble seed here. And we know that somewhere, probably in the Zero-G cave, there's a Nomai installation. I'm just gonna have a look. From the very beginning of the game, I've been thinking I feel like I might need to come back here. It's a mystery of Timberhearth, so there's something here, right? Jabal says, well, to be fair, we know that Ash Twin survived Supernova is something the Nomai were trying to achieve, not what they managed. True. That is very, very true. I think I've just gone in a circle. Okay. Look, mistakes were made. I wasn't paying attention. But now I am paying attention. I was reading chat. Hello, all the cute characters of Timberhearth. I promise I'll try and find a way to stop everything from exploding. Alcohol says, is surviving the supernova any good if all the suns go supernova? That's a good point. Everything dies. But I want to know what that would mean for us. Like, what happens there? Sand says the core of Ash Twin is like the Zero-G cave that might explain why it loses a lot of its sand. Interesting. Okay, okay. We're going in. Hi. I'm not going to read this. I've read it before. I would like the suit, please. Yep. Great, okay. So one thing I've still done very little of in this game is traveling around in space. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Look at this. Traveling around in space sans my ship. Because it's scary and I hate it. I don't like it in here at all. Oh wait, I activated the lift again! No! I think my subconscious just kind of took over then and was like, let's get the heck out of here. Yes, Jabal and Zan have both never played this game before. If you've never played this game before, I don't mind you speculating alongside me because you're not going to spoil anything. You're just working things out the same as I am. Oh. Okay. Hi, Zero-G Cave. You scare me greatly. Oh yeah, there is a little gravity meter, so... There we go, suddenly much less gravity. Hello. I'm not gonna talk to you. Is there anything here I haven't really explored? Scary tree roots! Hate that. Okay. Don't think it's relevant, though. Corel says the HUD on this older model spacesuit is monochrome. Oh yeah, look at that! What a lovely little detail. Okay. Shadow Sand new headcanon, the members of Outer Wilds were originally a rock band. Ho ho ho. Okay. I'm so scared. I hate it! Oh, that's awful! I don't want to go in there. I hate it. Why are you like this? I've already done this and I don't want to do it again, but I feel like I need to, in case there's some knowledge I missed, now that I know that there's something in the Zero-G hacking cave. Ah! Oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Why is it so scary? It's dark and it's creepy. It is! It is both of those things! Tefrex says, chat, please don't feel bad if I mod remove any of your messages. It's usually just because V hasn't pieced together the context of certain facts yet. Thank you. Yes, that's very true. I mean, everyone who's here is just really lovely. Sometimes things get deleted while I'm playing Outer Wilds, but that's just because Tefrax and Calmly are trying to make sure I can actually, like, experience the game. Sans spoilers. I'm going in. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Why is it so awful? Now, this is not to do with the Nomite installation, because this is clearly Hothian. Look how terrible it is. Alright, that's where I came in. Let's see if there's anywhere else I could get to in here. Now, this looks like space, but it's not space. It's rocks, okay? It's rocks. Let's just remember, it's not a vast void of space. It only looks like the vast void of space. Which admittedly is not, like, a lot better in terms of my experience of it. Do we see anything that looks like I could travel to it? I'm gonna go to this rock. I'm gonna have to meditate my way out of this place really soon. I'm so scared. Okay. Alright, I'm on a rock, and it looks like a rock. I love that. Love that for us. You might say, V, didn't you explore this cave at the beginning of the game during the tutorial? I did not. I repaired the thing and I got the heck out of there. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything else here, to be honest. But we know that there's some kind of Zero-G installation. Maybe there's another Zero-G cave inside one of the, geysers. That's possible, right? Because I don't see really any other pathways, like, around here, you know? Alright. We saw Nomite teleport lift, didn't we, when we looked through the thingy? Yeah, I think there was some blue, lift rings. Sam, hello! Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a good day. Okay. Just having a nice quiet stream while I refuse to go to Giant's Deep. Alright, nothing happened there. They've taken my suit off me. So I'll need to get into my ship, and then I'll go and find one of the geysers. Ouch. I'm not wearing my spacesuit, I probably shouldn't be, jumping off things. Broke my knees. Alright. This is the way. Alright. Joseph, remember there's G here? Very true. Very, very true. There is G here. I've been trying to convince Joe to play this game because I think they will absolutely love it. And it's difficult because also I want to talk to them about it, but I don't want to spoil it. Tefrax says I tried out a new mod this week that lets you hug all the Harpians. Oh, that's so cute. Hi, Talon. Welcome. Alright. Let's explore Timberhearth a bit more. And then, against all of my desires, we're going to Giant's Deep to sink beneath the current. Which is definitely going to be really scary. Scariness check for sinking beneath the current. I already know how scary it is to go into the cyclone, but how scary will it be to go below the current? Scariness check. Alright, here we go. Zan says pretty weird to be walking around a planet with no jetpack, to be honest. Absolutely. Sam says I need you to consume this media because I want to talk about it. Very recognizable. Calmly hears Vikova quietly say, this is the way my brain responds, this is the way. I did that in my own brain, calmly. I'm totally with you. Tefrex says sinking beneath the current equals not really much more than being in a tornado. Okay, okay. Yeah. So really, really scary, but like... Really, really, really scary, but not like an unexpected scary. Quarrel says, for UV, going down to the core of Giant's Deep will be a hard 10 out of 10 on the scariness scale. Yeah, I mean, you've all seen how little I wanted to go anywhere near the tornadoes previously. So, I mean, it's going to be horrendous. But I'm gonna do it. Conley says, you're a fellow Mandalorian enjoyer? I am, although... I'm getting decreasing enjoyment as the seasons go on, unfortunately. I think it's a lovely concept. I'm still watching. Hello. Oh, this is it. I just haven't looked in this one before. Okay. Discovered. How have I not found this before? I mean, I've been flying all around the planet many times because I've been trying to avoid doing any of the other scarier things. And I didn't find this? Classic. Alright, there's the teleporter to Ash Twin. Which means if I get the Ash Twin project going, I could teleport from any planet, I suppose, to get there. Alright. Well, this is lovely. I feel like I'm playing a completely different game than this, the scariest game ever made. Okay. Someone was telling me recently when they heard how frightened I am of the space in this game, that I should never play Dead Space. I was like, Dead Space is not as scary as this game. Joe says, V, I don't get it. Usually you're so fearless. Joe's literally witnessed me jumping out of my skin when I've seen my own shadow. Just for context, everyone. Being scared of your own shadow is not is not hyperbole for me. That's my life. Squirrel says Dead Space has different kinds of scary that, unlike Outer Wilds, don't map one-to-one onto V's anxieties. Exactly! I'm definitely frightened of, like, horror creatures and stuff, but it's not the same. It is not the same. Yeah, we're going into the waterfall. If there's not something behind the waterfall, we riot. Ta-da! There was stuff behind the waterfall! Calmly says shadows do some pretty scary things in media. For me, I don't even register really that it's a shadow. It's just my brain sees a moving kind of humanoid shape and just goes, and my chest squeezes and it's just horrible. Oh, those like little steppies. Oh. Cool. Mining Site 2B. This had better not be scary. That's pretty dark. That's pretty dark, though. Okay, alright. Unscary? Oh, thank you, Teferax. Okay. Jabal says, or not to be, that is the question. Ooh. Shadow senses I landed here and went through it in the opposite direction. Did you go down through the top? Because I could see you could go down through the top, but I, did not. Oh, dark! Okay. Ooh. Oh, there's loads of stuff here. Oh, wow. Oh, where's the lights? I want to turn on the lights. Where's my scout? That's a bit lighter. Take it. The scout for light strike is so good. Is that constant? That looks like it's constant. Let's not go that way. There's so many pathways! Oh my gosh. I had no idea. There's so much here. Timber Hearth is actually... Oh, I saw some zero-G sparkles. This is it. Timber Hearth is actually just as explorable as all the other planets. Of course it is. Why would I ever have assumed differently? Shadow Sun said this was literally the first place I landed after taking off first loop. Wow! Joe says V is very good at facing their fears. They just have so many. I do. Thank you, Joe. I don't feel like I'm very good at facing them. Primordial Nightmare, hello! Okay. Alright. We're going down a step. Just a little step. Oh man, Outer Wilds is so scary that even sparkles scare me. Sparkles, my dearest friends. Ooh. Well, that's traveling up. That'll take me back to the top. I don't know that I want to go up to the top yet. What's down? What if I retrieve my scout and I send it down there? Okay. Jabal says, have we considered defacing your fears? Like just scrolling all over them? I love it. Tefrak says drawing little birds and cats on them. That feels like an amazing sort of mindfulness exercise. Alright, this is awful. This is awful. I don't like this. I don't like this, and I'm going to do it, okay? I'm going to take my scout launcher. I'm going to send it over there. No, that's not going to give me enough light up there. I'm going to give it... Send it up there. Okay. And I'm going to jump in this. And I'm going to hope that it's all okay. It's so dark! Ugh! There's rings around this, so I can't jump out of it. Okay, what's happened? It spat me out. Good. Right? Good. Safely spat out. Knowledge! Knowledge. They've been mining the zero-G rocks. Oh, that's fascinating. That's what they meant? Okay. Is that how they make the gravity cannons? By using this... Oh! Sorry. Drift. It scared me. I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. This uses the... This is what they use to transport people? No, the material for those towers is all being taken from Ash Twin. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell. Okay. That will physically seal off the chamber inside Ash Twin's core. The chamber inside Ash Twin's core? There is more to find on Ash Twin! If they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they've planned a core dingley. Oh my gosh. Amazing. The puns translate. I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Coleus. How else would he improve? I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timber Hearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we won't have destroyed their ability to create. Wow, this was such a long time ago. It often to me feels like the Nomai were very recent, even though I know that we Harthians didn't exist there at that time, right? This was before life evolved here, that these Nomai traveled here. And yet they just feel so present and relatable. It's wonderful. Ash Twin Projection Stone. Oh! 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yep. That was awful. I think we can all agree. Terrible, awful, hate. Still the 3, and we believe one of those 3 is Solanum. So. Oh, bye, Sam. It was lovely to have you. Okay. We have gained knowledge. There's more down here. Oh no, that's where I was before. Everything's ending anyway. This sparkly ore that we saw when Ash Twin started to... all the sand was gone. That was protecting the core of Ash Twin. If we want to be protected on Ash Twin, we have to get below... We have to get below that. But... we also can't get below that because it's been sealed off. We're gonna have to find an entrance somewhere. Sorry, a second turntable set? What? Where? What? I missed it? I placed one on the ground. I placed this one on the ground. Oh, heck, there was! No! The music's done! No! My gratitude for the latest shipment, oh no. This ore should be the last we need for the Ash Twin project. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for the final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. We'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest floor opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Raimi and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks. For cracks. There might just be a crack we can slip into. Ship log updated. Alright. Oh, good shout, Jabal. Thank you. I don't know how we got that in time. Okay. A crack in Ash Twin. We're gonna have to wait till the end of the cycle, when the sand is gone. Ooh, Zan says pivotal information at the end of the world. Exactly! Pivotal information at the end of the world. And the absolutely brilliant news is, we don't have to go to Giant's Deep yet. Phew! Oh, I'm loving how much the progress is preventing us from facing the various fears I've been putting off. Let's not go to Giant's Deep yet. Let's not be eaten by an anglerfish yet. Let's just put all of that aside. Eat a little marshmallow. Crunchy, how I prefer it. Nom. We're gonna have a little rest. And we're going to find a crack in the surface of Ash Twin. Probably. I'm so bad at exploring the surfaces of planets, but we're gonna give it a go, okay? It didn't take me very long to get there, so I'm gonna leave this quite late. Maybe 15? That seems risky, but we won't see any cracks until the sand is all gone anyway. 15 sounds reasonable, says Squirrel. Thank you. Okay, we'll go with that then. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, if we do discover the crack into the Ash Twin secret chamber, and it does protect us, Whatever happens next will be scary, but also it might just be we get some information and then we re-loop. And then I do have to do the scary things because we'll still have time. But let's hope that it's going to take me about 22 minutes or so in order to do all of that so that I don't have to do anything that scares me. Jabal says if there's a crack, definitionally it won't protect us because the crack in it. Oh, of course. But there will be information there because it's another installation. Maybe we should just take some gravity rocks with us. Just kind of, like, spackle. Is that the right thing to say? Just kind of spackle up the holes with gravity rock. Anyway. Hoo. More gripping content of me watching a timer go. It's fine. $11. That's good. That's good. We're getting there. Hormonal Nightmare says numbers go buh. Yeah. The numbers are going buh. So, we're not going to have very much time. We're going to have to frantically find the information to read and get our ship log updated. Is there any explanation for why our ship log remembers as much as we remember? Is it just mechanically useful to us? So it's kind of meta to the game? Oh, I waited too long. I knew that would happen. Okay. There is an explanation, Sister Frax. In-game. Yes, that's great. I mean, I felt like Outer Wilds would have an explanation, you know? Time for space. They said confidently. Alright. Oh, you're already pretty red, huh? Okay. That means Ash Twin's gonna be, like, really near you. The twins? Hello, the twins? No, no! Timberhearth, leave me alone! This isn't about you. There. No, that's the interloper. There's Ember Twin. There is Ash Twin. No, wait. Autopilot's a bad idea. Okay. Now autopilot might not be a bad idea. Now I will autopilot. Okay. Alright. It's very little at the moment. I think I've left it too long. Is there still Ash? I haven't left it too long. Yeah, let's just land here. This will sink, but we'll see when it's gone. And then I guess we go around on foot. I love that the gravity was changing and that detectably because of the... Yeah, look. So there was a hint all along that there was zero-G rock here. This game is so clever. Jabal says, I wonder if the way in is likely to be through a crack or if there's some teleporter nonsense somewhere. There really could be a teleporter somewhere. Jabal says, further thought the outside of the box should look like the Harthian rock. Yeah. They didn't, I bet they didn't complete it. They all tragically died before any of this could really take off. Alright, the sun is too big. Don't like it. Okay. Let me just check. This is just going up. This is just going up. Okay. We're waiting for our moment. Now, what sort of gravity was our gravity rock like? Because, okay, here's some sparkles. Here we go. The sand is now going to be pouring back onto this planet. This is all gone. It's going to reverse very soon. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of weird gravity there. No! 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 Oh, no! Ah! Okay. Oh, what? Oh, the gravity's so weird here. Okay. No. I'm too late. I don't know what I'm looking for. You know? Oh, the gravity over here is just wild. Surely this is where it is. It's... I can't even walk here. Is there no way down? No. Widely enough, probably. Oh, no. Alright, everything's about to die. No progress there. I don't think our timing was bad, but I think my exploration was no good. Oscarbarium, hello and welcome! Pearl says, I have a feeling B's going to figure this thing out right as the stream is due to end. Javal says this is the outside of the box, alright, but we do seem to lack a lid. Some parts of that are significantly lower gravity, which makes me feel like that must be where the breach is for some reason, but, I mean, I didn't see any cracks. But also, I frequently fail to explore planets efficiently, so I think we go back and try again. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna try again, and if I don't find it this time, then oh, I need to doze off. Then I will, before the end of the stream, if I don't find it this time, then before the end of the stream, I will go and I will go beneath the surface of Giant's Deep, which I want to remind everyone is some of my like most concrete fears combined there, but we're gonna give it a go. At least I'm familiar with Giant's Deep. It's just that I hate it. It's awful. Oceans can be beautiful and they can be terrifying. And Giant's Deep was like, what if we removed all of the beauty and cranked up the terror? And I hate that. I think that the devs of this game are absolute geniuses, though. It's an incredible ability to be able to distill fear in that way. But also, like, I'm glad that they used that to make, like, a very beautiful game instead of, I don't know, to take over the world. I feel like all of these devs could have been supervillains easily. Oscar says, I am here to enjoy space. Well, I'm glad someone will enjoy space. Okay. I need to find a crack in the surface. If it even is a crack. Shadowsan says there's a really good 15 minutes documentary on the making of the game on YouTube. Ooh! When I'm done with the game, I am definitely interested in that. Shadow says definitely wait till you finish the game. Yeah, I will definitely wait. Okay, this time, I'm not going to become distracted by chat at the exact moment that I should be quitting. Joe says, is the other lower gravity nearer the other twin? Well, I don't think so, because both planets are rotating not just around each other, but where they are. Oh, you mean whenever we're near the twin, the gravity is lower. Oh, I see. That does make some sense. Oh. Well, I don't know. Let's look for a doorway in the sparkles. Tefrak says it's a very clever technique. I've seen it in a couple other media properties. Where the wild swings between wholesome comedy and really dark subject matter make the latter more tolerable. Absolutely. Also, it's just very beautiful. Things that are very beautiful, you're willing to push through. Alright. Time for space. Timberhearth, please let me go. Timberhearth never wants to let me go. Yep. Adelrock, just say hello and goodbye. Okay. No, that's not okay. That's not it. Nope, 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 no, please! I waited so many minutes! Sun, please! Please, the sun. Ash Twin. Am I getting nearer? I'm slowly getting nearer. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. I hope I wasn't... I always feel like I'm being sucked into Dark Bramble. Like, I feel like Dark Bramble is always behind me. But I don't think it was. I think I just... I was just struggling with the level of gravity I had there. Okay. Alright, Ash Twin. Reveal your secrets. Okay, I think this is an okay place to land. Is that going to hit me here? No, I think it passes. Yeah, it passes by. Alright. Okay, we can do this! Sans is Fireman, you have to let me go! Okay. I love it. Okay, 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 okay. We can't see the ground yet, the sparkly ground. But that doesn't mean we can't find the secret entrance. Because they were cracked, but there was also an entrance. That could be something. Man, it really feels like it should be to do with these towers. But it doesn't... It really doesn't appear to be. Alright. Hello, I am looking for... I'm looking for secrets? I can hear the sun. This is very unpleasant. Sudden low gravity. It was Kemba Twin above us. I don't know. I guess the best way to find out would be, is it still low gravity here? Yes. Why can't you go down instead of up? Okay. My ship is gone! Ship! I thought you were far enough away! No, stay! Stay! Live! Ship, no! Ship! Ship! It's staying. It's gonna make it. Oh, the sun is very big. Okay. What it... Okay, I need... We're gonna look around one tower, and then we're gonna look around the other tower. Shout if you see a crack. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Oh no. Okay. I didn't jump. I just want everyone to know. I did not jump. I was just being sucked. Sucked away. Alright. No. Nothing there. Now to the other tower. We have like a moment. There's really not any time. Oh, I didn't find it, so I have to go to Giant's Deep. Why did I promise that? What's wrong with me? Oh no. There was really not very much time to look. You just check there's nothing under that. No. We have checked that many times already. I mean, I haven't seen any cracks. So I think there must be something more that I'm missing about how to get in there. You know? Meditating to the next loop. Alright everyone, we're gonna go to Giant's Deep. Joe says take the uplift. It just lets me stand on top of the tower. I've done it many times. You know, Joe, if you played this game, then you would get to take the uplift. Just a thought. Rowan says no one can make you go to Giant's Deep. You can go somewhere else, like Dog Bravo. Thank you, Rowan. Amazing, confidence-inspiring pep talk there. Zaran says maybe there's more info on Timberhearth? Maybe, but that's not what I promised to look at. Let's go to Giant's Deep, everyone. Wait, marshmallow for luck. Give me strength. Space rock friend! Wherever you are, wish me luck. Okay. We're going. I'm so afraid. I hate it. I don't want to do it. This game is silly. Why did they make it scary? Why couldn't they just made it pretty? Okay. Counterclockwise. We're counterclockwise. Oh, that was the quantum moon. See you later, quantum moon. The quantum moon decided to pay me a visit. It senses my predicament. Giant's Deep. Where are you, Giant's Deep? Yeah, you're never far. Here we go. Oh, thanks for all the votes of confidence, everyone. Jabal says, remember all the time you spend on Giant's Deep is time you don't have to spend on Dark Bramble. True! Giant's Deep is nearly as bad as Dark Bramble. It's so scary. God, it's so scary. Okay. We have to go into a tornado? And they make scary roaring sounds. It's gonna send me under the water. Gamma's me, hello. Gamma's me says Dark Bramble is cool though. Well, that's alright for some, isn't it? Alright, okay. Ooh. We're looking for a counterclockwise spin. Those are both spinning clockwise. I need something that spins the other way. I need something that spins the other way. That big one is not the one. Because we know what that is. Oh! Ah! I broke my ship already. Oh no. I need to land it to fix it. No! We're gonna try that again. Oh, instant panic. Instant terror. Hello, Gamma, it's me. Okay. Whew. Zan, would you describe that as magnificent? I'm just curious. Whew. The meditation is so good. I'm so glad Coral made sure I unlocked it. Very important. Instant panic. Alright, we're going back. Counterclockwise. I might just close my eyes. I might just close my eyes once I see it. I mean... who would stop me? You wouldn't even know! You wouldn't even know. I would tell you, but you wouldn't. If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know, but I would tell you. Let's see. Okay. Off we go again. Zan says, yes, just magnificent in a different way. I see, I see. Magnificent, but said in a very different tone. Oh no. Do you know what I hate? I also hate going through the atmosphere of Giant's Deep. It's just horrible all the way through. Did that more slowly than usual, don't recommend it. Okay, let's land and look around. How about that? We need a rare cyclone that is traveling, turning counterclockwise. If I land, then I won't smash. Wait, this isn't a safe place to land because if a tornado hits it, I'll get flung into space. That's a safe place to land. Okay. Haven't been here in a while, have we? Extreme 2 and 3, we're hanging out here. Okay. We're in safety. Let's look. Zan says it's the whole falling when you can't see what's below thing, huh? Yes. Another thing I'm quite frightened of is large objects. So, also just the fact that it's a planet and I'm close to it. Problem. problematic. The planets in Outer Wilds are not big enough to not be scary. They haven't reached a large enough mass to be beyond like the fear level. I don't know how to quite express that, but yeah, you can't do anything. Jetpack from here. I don't see any cyclones. It probably doesn't help that there's like a lot of rocks around this, so I can't really see. Oh, I'm gonna go back out. That's just planetophobia, I guess. I wouldn't have thought I would be afraid of planets, and yet here we are. Okay, maybe this will be better, slightly better. Does anyone see any counterclockwise? Those are definitely spinning. I mean, are they spinning clockwise? I guess the way that they show it is confusing. I need the one that's spinning the opposite way to everything else. Jabal says, I fear we might need to do some flying to find the one that we want, but I'll panic! Okay, I'll do it. I will do it. I think you're right. I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to believe it. Alright. Out we go. You all seem to be spinning the same way. Anybody want to spin a different way? I hate it here. Ooh, you're spinning a different way! This one! Right in front of us. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. I'm going in, 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 I'm going in. Ah! Oh, awful, awful, awful. What's happening? Shiplog updated. Hello, evil jellyfish. Hello, terrifying core of the world. Okay, it's doing nice music. Thank you for the nice music. Is anything bad happening? Not currently? I don't like it. What is that? What if I go read my ship log? Oh, that one's so much better than I thought. Ooh, oh, okay. The ocean depths. I'm using this view even though I hate it, because it's right here. The ocean depths. The ocean is surprisingly calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. I could already see that from all the times that I got stuck in the ocean. Okay. The electrical field around the planet's core. Alright, everyone. We did it? That was so much less awful than I was anticipating. Can I get back out? No. Yes? No? Maybe? Yes. Oh wow! I can even get back out! What an incredible journey! Tefrax's Outer Wild testimonials, so much less awful than I was anticipating. Alright, hang on, let's see if we can ask Gabbro about this. And then I'll meditate. This planet frightens me. Get up there. I just do it with my ship. Okay. The gravity is very, 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 very strong. One might say 2 times as strong. Okay. Oh, that's not even where you are. You're in a hammock somewhere, aren't you? Ooh, I smashed my ship. I did smash my ship. I'm just gonna let my ship explode and go speak to Gabbro, I think. Ouch. Gabbro, you here? Hey, time buddy. It's a good thing I never get bored of rain, huh? What's up? Okay, so. What's up with this planet? I know, right? Oh, you meant, like, tell you more about it? Gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water, no surprises there. Okay, no. We've already read all of this. Do you know anything about I Went Below the Current? I reached the inside of Statue Island. So the Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. You think the statues are recording our memories then? Because I remember that one on the beach looked to be funny. That must be my memory friend. Okay, yeah, Gabbro. It's your memory friend. Can I ask you about... Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop? For real? Did you figure out why? I've already talked about this, haven't I? Why can't I tell you about how I got below the current? Oh, fine. Goodbye, Gabbro. I know Gabbro is a favorite among many of the Outer Wilds players, but Gabbro annoys me. Gabbro should be more panicked. Why couldn't Ryback have been my memory friend? Not my memory friend, my fellow time looper. Shadow San says, love the term memory friend. It was very cute. Gabbro is the best, says Gamma is me. Agree to disagree. I like Gabbro, but also they greatly annoy me. Jabal says there wasn't something more we were meant to find under the current, was there? I think we're going to have to send something below the current at some point. Tefrax says Gabbro is exceedingly chill, but it'd be nice if they took my concerns a little more seriously. Exactly! Chappelle says V looks grumpy, goes into immediate meditation status. Gabbro, my Padawan, my work here is done. Alright, everyone. That is it for the stream this week. We will be back next week. And doing more of this incredible and terrifying game. I'll be back on Sunday for the beginning of my special novel narrating streams. Well, I'll be narrating my novel Books and Bone. It's a live audiobook. And then on Wednesday, I'll be back with Road Warden. Thank you all very much for the company. It's been a good time. It's been a scary good time. Shadow-san, thank you so much for the follow. So yeah, I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all again soon, hopefully. Goodbye, everyone.